Hello friends, this is Shayokh Aman and welcome to you all in my channel. In this tutorial, we're gonna start learning the object-oriented programming with a very popular programming language, C++. Actually, the main feature of C++ is object-oriented programming. Apart from whatever we already learned in C, I think you all have already learned C programming language, or you have the basic knowledge of C programming language. The entirely new thing is the object-oriented programming feature. In this tutorial, we're gonna start learning with the concept of objects and classes. So first of all, what is the classes? Let's think about a real life example. A student. A student has his name, age, sex, his CGPA or his marks. Also, he have some qualities or behaviors or properties, like he's a good student, or he can talk, he can walk. These are some properties. A class is actually similar to that of structure in C programming language, which you all have already learned. A class actually describes both the properties and behaviors of objects. And one thing we all should remember, that classes are not objects, but they are used to instantiate objects. Remember our real life example, student. A student has the attributes, for example, as every student has his own name and role, his sex or his height, etc., etc. And also a student does some activities. For example, he talks, he does the homeworks, or he works, anything, etc. Now, somehow if we can combine these activities and actions under a name, then it will be easier to write in the programs. So a class is a user-defined data type which allows to combine the activities and the action together. Okay, you can learn these theories from any books. Let's write some codes. Now we're going to see how to declare a class in a C++ program. Firstly, we have to declare the class outside of the main function. If we do that, then we can access the class, whatever the function we write in our program. That's why we're going to declare the class outside of all the methods we use in the program. In case you declare it inside a function, then it will be just available to that function only. Okay, so for defining a class, you need to write the keyword class and the name of the class. So we can name it student, then a pair of curly braces, and then the semicolon. And now between these curly braces, we are gonna declare the functions or attributes. These are considered as the members of the class. Before approaching, we just have to know a new thing, that is access specifiers. Access specifiers are used to determine the boundary for the availability of class members beyond that class. So I'm repeating, access specifiers are used to determine the boundary for the availability or accessibility of class members beyond that class we have written about. In further videos, we are going to be more clear about the concept of access specifiers. So just now, we are going to write public. Public is an access specifier in this code which tell to the program that whatever we write after this public will be accessible from anywhere outside the class. That means we can access the public properties from the non-member functions also. So the only thing we're gonna do today is, in this tutorial, is we're gonna write a function which will display a simple message, because it's our first tutorial or first video. I'm gonna call it as void display then braces. Okay,
no return value and no return type and no parameters. Okay, and then in definition we can say, hello, I am Shayokh Aman. Okay, so let's learn about the objects. So class is a data type. We can say it's a blueprint also, where object is the real world scenario. Object is a variable of the class. So by creating an object, it allows to store the value or perform the actions. But normally, remember that object is just like a simple variable from a data type. For example, we're creating a variable of type integer. Then here, this int is a data type and x is a variable. Similarly, object is a runtime variable of a class. To declare an object in your program, first we need to write the class name, student, and then the variable of the object name. Let it be object1 ob1. So now we have an object of the class student, as like as the declaration of the variables. The next thing is about accessing the data or functions defined in the class. It's so simple. First write the object name ob1, then dot operator, and then the program knows what to call the display function. Now I'm gonna build and run the program. It says, hello, I'm Shayokh Aman. So that's all for this video, and my next video is coming very soon. Till then, please subscribe my channel and see you later.